everybody. Welcome to Latch Moment Podcast. It is Friday. In the middle of summer. I don't even know. I was actually saying yesterday that if you would ask me what the date was, I would probably tell you it was anywhere between like, I don't know, the 17th and maybe the 24th of July.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say like June.
23rd. Look at that. My window wasn't quite, I lost a few days there. It wasn't quite large enough, but we're getting there. Yeah, it's kind of in that middle part of the summer where I don't know, we're all surviving, running a company, keeping kids alive. Lindy is here today. We don't really have too much of a plan for today's podcast. We're going to talk about how the summer's going. We'll sprinkle in some Latch Mama stuff, give some updates, talk about some mom hacks, some summer mom hacks to kind of get through the last few weeks of summer. And we're going to go from there. So if you don't like us and you don't hear what we have to say, then don't listen to a podcast because we're not going to go through anything very profound today. But hopefully we'll laugh a little bit.
You're listening to the Latch Mama Podcast. I'm your host, Melissa Wirt, business owner and tired mom of 5. Join us each week as we talk about pregnancy, nursing, parenting, and all things motherhood.
This is one of our first times we've been together all week. Like it's been very busy.
Yeah, it's been a busy week.
Yeah, we've been jamming to some T-Swift today and getting some stuff done. We've got some changes happening at Latch Mama, a few people leaving, restructuring a little bit. I know it's always sad.
It's sad.
But it happens, and I'm growing as a person and a business owner, and, you know, it's not like, it used to, like, sideline me for, like, weeks. Like, I used to, like, want to go, like, I don't know, go underneath my covers and pull my covers over my head and, like, not run a company because I hate it when people laughed. But I'm growing. Yes. And I'm changing. And I'm embracing it. But it's really good. It's good. I'm excited for people's new opportunities. I'm excited for some changes at Latch Mama. It's good. It's all good.
Yay.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. What are you working on?
For what, like work stuff?
I don't know. Yeah. Tell the people.
Orders, production.
We have a lot of stuff coming. We're trying to, what happened when COVID hit last year, we weren't able to get stuff for a really long time. Yeah. So we sold through a lot of our inventory in the warehouse. At the same time, we kind of built our community up. So we're having a little bit of a hard time building that warehouse value back up, making sure that we have inventory in the warehouse if, God forbid, something else were to happen, like a COVID again. So we're quickly/slowly trying to replenish what we like to call our savings account, which is actually our paid for clothes sitting in the warehouse for you guys. So Lindy has been working
as we can,
feverishly on that, dealing with ports and boats, crews being shut down because of COVID throughout the world. It's really not a simple thing.
No, we're getting better though.
We're definitely getting better.
Staying on top of it.
See, that's like the theme today is like we're all growing and we're all getting better. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
And then we always look to future stuff, into holidays.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of holidays,
further into winter.
It was your husband's birthday yesterday, yeah?
It was.
How did that go?
I hope it was great, and I hope he had a good day.
Lindy came in with a good story today. Are you going to share with people? You don't have to if you don't want to, but it was great. Like, I woke up this morning, and it was actually a really nice morning, and I went for a walk, and I came in, and I was actually here ready for our 10 o'clock company call, and then, like, Lindy came in, and we were jamming, and I was like, how are you? And she was like, good. It was a really late night. And I was like, well, what does that mean? She's like, well, it was Matt's birthday and, you know, his parents came over and, you know, the kids went to bed and I was getting tired. You've got to finish. You've got to go from here. And so, you know, it was like this normal, like everyday employee conversation that we had when she came in. And then all of a sudden.
So it was his birthday and I asked him what he wanted to do. And it was still a work day. So, you know, it wasn't anything crazy, but he wanted some good Mexican. It's his favorite tacos are the street tacos from Rico's. That's what he wanted. So, but this was after I had about like a 5-hour, very, very, very people-y photo shoot, which I love, but I'm a huge introvert and I'm a little bit mentally drained after it. Came home to 6 kids, activities, house stuff, dinner, had to go and pick that up, all of that. So got the food, got home. And then his dad came over, which was wonderful. And his mom ended up coming. And actually Erin and her son came by. So we had a good sister, birthday dinner. It was really, really good. But I was a little bit drained. But it's birthday. And it's like, I want his birthday to be great. And we hung out and we chatted, and it got to be about like 9:15, and my eyes were just...
I don't know why this makes me laugh.
I can't keep my eyes open, and then I'm also thinking it's his birthday, and there's probably going to be another activity later.
I'm just dying because it is such a mom thing. It's and that list of things that on the birthday, that one activity... it gets added to the list and it has to happen. You can't push it off.
No,
you can't not be in the mood.
Just like knocked it out at like 7 a.m. But we're just not those kind of people.
We are.
That you are. So
we are. We're the farm family. We're the 7:30 a.m.
But he gave me such a great birthday and it's such a great Mother's Day. So like it's just one of those days where like, but I literally my eyes were starting to like, it was at the table. I couldn't stop yawning, like to the point where it's like becoming rude.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, hun, like I can't keep my eyes open. And then mom was super sweet. She's like, cause she loves to chat and we love to chat. And she's like, no, I meant to leave earlier. And so things started wrapping up. And so then upstairs, I'm just like taking clothes off. I'm like,
here you go.
Let's go.
Let's get it done.
It's like 10 o'clock. I'm like, I'm so falling asleep.
Oh my God, if that is not
those are the
reality,
stories we share because that's just
it's like true reality of what life looks like right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And it's not funny that you didn't want to be intimate or you didn't want to spend that time with him.
No, I did. Literally, it was like, a very long, very busy day.
It just keeps going and going and going. The clock does not stop. And all of those things on your list of your brain that you have to do.
Yeah.
It's so hard. Yeah. Like I had this great goal last night or yesterday afternoon at the office. Hard day at Latched. Like any time that you kind of restructure kind of leadership and stuff in a company, it was just, there was a lot going on. It was a lot of head down meeting yesterday, which you almost have to build up stamina to people again after COVID. Because we've all been like, Lindy and I have been one-on-one for a year. And then you walk into an office and you have people and questions and conversations and it's just it's a lot. So I decide midday, you know what, we can't have takeout again because we've had takeout for like 3 nights in a row. I'm gonna make homemade stromboli, including the dough. So I get on my trusty Walmart delivery app, which we live so close to one that for like $10 I can get like anything delivered in 2 hours, which is fantastic. So I get all the ingredients and I'm all excited and I order them. And then like the clock keeps going at work. And I pull in at like 4:30, which is probably the longest work day that I've put in since COVID. And I'm also relatively pregnant at this point. I'm tired.
Very. Yes.
I mean, I'm not that pregnant yet. I haven't reached like the 30-week mark. I'm getting there though. And I pull into the driveway and I look over and Eric, my husband, is sitting in like the bunny enclosure in a chair. And I can see he has this yellow thing on his lap, which I assume is a towel. And he's like stroking something. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like all I want to do is go in. This dough takes an hour to rise. Why I'm ever making like homemade dough, I have no idea. But I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go in there. And I just stand up and I look at him and he just shakes his head. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Mm-hmm. So the dog got the bunny rabbit, I think. Something got the bunny rabbit. I don't know what happened. PETA's going to call us and tell us that I'm a terrible animal owner. I don't know what happened. PETA.
I thought you said Pete's going to call us. No. I'm like, was Pete like the former owner's dad? Like, no, I don't know.
No. So if anybody knows this bunny rabbit was not something that was, I don't know if we've talked about this on a podcast before, but like once you reach, I feel like a certain amount of children, you need like hardy pets, like not goldfish, not gerbils, not hamsters.
My fish don't count.
Like, no, absolutely not. You need these like hardy things that kind of have some sort of ability to stay alive, like some sort of survival instinct.
Animal deaths.
We haven't had have that many. Don't jinx us.
It's more just the bunnies
the little
and the
ones.
hamster things and the furry thing.
The furry things. That's what
Okay.
I'm saying. Like, you need like the hardy animals that like
a
have this
goat.
will to survive. Like the goats who have a will to come in the house every single time we open the door.
Okay, sorry.
So
Go back to the bunny.
No, I don't even know the story. So anyways, the bunny was a gift / hand-me-down / rehoming from our old neighbors in our neighborhood, because the bunny had eaten their couch and eaten all of the stuff because they thought they got taken by YouTube videos, and the YouTube videos said you can have a house rabbit. I think some people have a successful house rabbit. They're wonderful pets. Wasn't working for our lovely neighbors, so they thought that it should come live at the new Wirt farm, which it did. We successfully had it for 4 months, maybe, which is maybe a little bit longer than I thought it was going to make it. So the bunny perished yesterday. It was sad. But needless to say, I didn't make the Stromboli. That's tonight's plan.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Wait, but now there is said celebration, a celebration of life for said Mabel?
Mabel will be celebrated on Monday evening.
Okay.
The original family is coming over. Our family will come together. We will celebrate apparently with carrots, flowers, and homemade cards.
Where will Mabel be?
Well,
are you going to have your own like pet cemetery?
We're going to have a pet cemetery
farm?
Absolutely. I'm sure that there's a pet cemetery somewhere because somebody lived here before us. Don't know where said pet cemetery is. So we're going to start our own pet cemetery.
Where?
I don't know. We're gonna have to find out. But Mabel will have a headstone, and we will celebrate Mabel on Monday. I mean, not really like a headstone.
They're gonna make one?
No, I think we'll probably just get like a ceramic rabbit, or maybe we'll make like a stepping stone. You know, like the ones you can buy. Well, that's what I thought.
That would be like a really cool.
Yeah,
the kids could make it.
But thankfully, it's not our first like mammal death. Like we had some guinea pig death and stuff before, so it was. It wasn't terrible. The 3-year-old's feeling it today, but you know, I think the goats miss it because they live together. Whose favorite was that? I mean, it wasn't really ours.
Okay.
And we didn't really get emotionally attached to it.
Yeah. Okay.
And like, you couldn't really hold it because it wasn't, I mean, you could hold it, but it was like, I don't know. So anyways.
Yeah.
So animal death, no Stromboli.
Crazy life.
Stromboli's happening tonight.
So what did you eat last night?
We had takeout from, we had Five Guys. Oh, it was really good though.
That was really good.
But then I slept like crap, so it could have been the Five Guys. I don't know. What did you guys have?
The street tacos.
Oh yeah.
From Rico's. And a taco salad. It had like 3 pieces of chicken on it. It was really sad. So I won't order that again. But cheese dip and chips is always good.
Speaking of animals.
Oh,
okay.
gosh. All right.
So when we were talking about what to do today, Kennedy said, "Hey, I've got a game for you guys." Kennedy is our podcast producer / videographer / been with Latch Mama since the very beginning, and we adore him. But he would like us to play a little game.
Okay.
Part of me thinks this little game is just for his enjoyment.
Yes.
But he's made us a stack of cards, and apparently this is a game, as I throw my pillow down, apparently this is a game that can be played with our children, and he would like us to show everybody that they too can play this game with their kids when they get bored.
Okay.
All right?
Are there any specific rules, Kennedy?
No. Okay, so...
And this is just random throughout our talking time. We can just pick up a card.
You just do it right now.
We're going to play the game right now.
Like back, like back and forth?
Back and forth.
Yep, one goes, the other guesses.
Well, hold on.
Wait.
It's kind of easy to hard, so do it in the right direction.
Okay, so I'm going to go first.
And I'm going to guess?
No, you're going to go first. I'm going to guess.
Put the whole stack over and then read it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then you're going to go and I'm going to guess.
Okay.
A horse.
Oh my God, what is
Oh
happening?
gosh, Kennedy. I don't even know. I don't even know.
What is it? Make
A
it.
dolphin.
You can't read it. You're supposed to try to make
I know, but I can't make it. What do you make? Okay, do your next one.
Why am I making your animal sounds
Exactly.
for you?
Flip your card.
I don't know what this one makes.
See?
What are we doing? All right. I think this one might bark.
Kennedy.
Kennedy, why?
A seal?
Very close.
No, I had a porpoise.
I really truly think this is just a present we're doing.
Okay, are you ready?
At this point, yeah.
You ready?
Are you an elephant?
Kennedy, what is this? I don't think sloths make noise.
Sloths don't make any
I could try and like sloth it down the couch. All right, go. Next one.
I don't think this one makes noise either. Why did you
Kennedy,
give us animals that
did
don't
you write
talk?
like an ant on here? Like ants don't make noise.
Okay.
Kennedy, you got hit 1 out of 3 on
all right,
this.
ready? You ready?
Yeah. I'm gonna pee in my pants. What is that? I need to know what that is. I don't. That could be any sort of dying animal. Like, was that Mabel?
No, it was not Mabel. Oh, Mabel, rest in peace, sweet girl.
What was that? I need to know.
A whale.
A what?
A whale. You do it. You try and make a whale sound.
No, I don't know.
Oh, all right. Do you have one more left?
No, I had 3. A sloth, a dolphin, and an elephant.
Something tells me that if I played this with my kids, it wouldn't be as funny, though.
No.
Wow. I can't believe we just did that.
Wow, Kennedy.
Okay. Wow. All right. Thanks, Kennedy,
tried.
for that. But I don't think I've laughed that hard in a while.
Yeah. We're going to do that again. With maybe some more generic zoo animals.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you what I bought on Amazon lately. This is going to be our new
my
podcast
goodness.
thing. What have you bought for your family on Amazon lately?
What have I bought? Let's see.
Hold on. My orders. Oh, okay. Orders.
Okay.
What have you bought?
I have purchased an HDMI to AV converter.
For what?
Apparently the TV on the 3rd floor is so new that they can't plug in their Wii. There's no 3 color things. So they're like, Mom,
So you
I need a
this
converter.
Okay. All right.
So I bought that today. What else did I buy? Pencil boxes, AA batteries. What else? A light for our closet, pink ballet tights, nail cleaning brushes.
for their fingernails?
Small kitchen trash bags.
Oh, you get your kitchen trash bags on Amazon? Are they cheaper?
I don't know. I actually haven't compared them, but I have a hard time finding them places. Do you just get them at Walmart?
Yeah, everything pretty much comes from Walmart in our family.
Okay. All right. Share some of yours.
A first aid kit.
Oh, that's a good one.
Somebody wanted to play doctor and took our first aid kit somewhere in the house.
Wait, is this for play or like for real?
No, this is for real because they took our real one
To play.
To play.
Gotcha.
And I have no idea where it went.
Gotcha.
So we got a first aid kit and then a backup first aid kit in case that happens again, because that's what happens.
See, large family, you buy in multiples.
Absolutely. 2 bedside tables for bunk beds. That happened as well. There's like this shelfie thing. It was on Shark
Well, that's
Tank.
what I was like, wait, this is something that goes on the wall, so it's a table?
No, it attaches to the outside of the bunk bed. Because my little 3-year-old BB really wanted a place to put his water at night. Oh, my heart.
I might need something like that for Nora.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
Okay.
But apparently they work well.
Okay.
Eric's already redesigned them. He thinks they need rounded
But can't
corners.
you could just shove like a
I'm sure
2x4 and make a bedside under the mattress?
I'm sure you could. Are you just going to shove a 2x4 underneath the mattress and just have it sticking out like a gangplank off the bed?
Can you imagine the hijinks that would come with that?
Absolutely
They'd probably
not.
stand on it.
They'd probably like set up a swing in there.
Okay.
All right. I also, this was a purchase that happened a little while ago, maybe 10 days ago. I got a new seat for the Peloton and I got padded biker shorts.
A squishy one?
It's big. It's like a banana seat for my little pregnant vagina and my little pregnant butt. And I got these made in, I'm sure, internationally biker shorts that literally, you should see the picture of them because it's pink And so it literally looks like you have a pregnant vagina.
Do you look like
on
a baboon?
Your shorts.
The pink butt.
You guys should really look these up because it's pretty much the funniest thing I've ever seen. They're called Dealey York women's cycling shorts.
Okay.
And all the pictures have them turned inside out. So it literally looks like you have the 2 pink canoes and then on my bicycle seat. But they've probably been installed and I've had them for a good 10 days to 2 weeks and I have not gotten on the bike. So
you going to get on the bike?
I don't know. I should. I've been walking, which
have
is
you used
good.
your rower?
No, I haven't. I've used it once and it was probably one of the most expensive things in the house. I need to do something with it. I need to actually use it. It's really hard to find the time, A, to move your body and want to move your body and B, be away from children and be down here. So
it's minimal time that you got to fit into.
Yeah, I'm really curious about the animal game that we just did. I'm getting back to it.
Yeah.
I think it was great.
Yeah. Okay. So what does the rest of your summer look like? Swim team's over.
Swim team's over. School starts the last week of August.
Okay.
So they have like a month, 5 weeks.
Are they getting along?
Yay and nay. I mean, they love and fight each other hard. One has a camp next week.
Okay.
Nell's doing Wood Lake camp. The boys, I don't know. I was thinking yesterday, I asked Matt, I was like, maybe we need to pick a day and take them to just the boys to water country.
Oh, that would be
I'd
fun.
like to do a half day and take the twins to the zoo. They've been begging to go back to the zoo.
Oh.
And I haven't taken them to the zoo since pre-COVID. So they were little.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I don't think we're going to do anything huge. They hang out. They play with their friends. They'll bike up to Wawa and buy candy. They go to the pool. Old school summers.
Just old school. Hot girl summer. So what else? What else should we talk about? I don't know. We have
Wait, what happened to the boys trip? Did you get any further?
No.
Why?
Because I'm a little COVID scared still.
Okay.
You got to give it to me though too, because it's I'm pregnant and it's that scary, last pregnancy, I had some upper respiratory thing, which I guess could have been
I know
COVID,
we did talk about
but
that.
I had it from May through November, even after I gave birth.
Yeah.
And it sucked because you can't breathe when you're pregnant sometimes. And then your little diaphragm gets pushed and I really probably should realize that I'm having a baby and I don't know, really soon. It's crazy. I'm not ready. You know what I'm not ready for, which is really kind of sad this time around?
Mm-hmm.
I think I've learned, because I've had so many, that it's a year commitment. I mean, it's an 18, 20, whatever, however long year commitment, but it's a year commitment to be stuck under a baby. That baby's going everywhere with me for the next year, which is fine.
You ready for that?
No, I'm not ready for that at all. It's sad because knock on wood, but for the most part, 80% of the nights right now, everybody is sleeping. It's the best sleeping situation that we've had since I became a mom 9 years ago. It's crazy. And it's about to be all turned on its head.
Be good though.
And this little life is coming into our world. I don't know. It feels really big. And I don't know why. You would think at 6, it doesn't feel big, but I guess every time you have a baby, it's something new. I don't know. I mean, you survived 6, but you survived 2 at one time. So you only really had 4 outside of your...
I wouldn't do that again.
You would have to do it. I mean, you don't really have an option. I mean, you do, because it probably won't happen again. But...
No. Nope.
I don't know. I mean, I'll survive.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. It's just going to feel really different.
Well, just look back how... And I know that people don't like saying that, but I do look at Katherine and I'm like...
How is she a year and a half old?
How are you almost 2?
Yeah.
What have we done? Because I don't really remember last week, let alone
yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't even know what
ago.
I literally have to give you a 10-day range right now for the date.
Yeah.
So I have no idea.
So I think part of you holds on to that, just knowing in the back of your mind that it is really fast.
And that time doesn't stop. It's what I tell myself anytime I get on a plane with my kids, which is what I my biggest piece of mom advice is you just have to get through it. like so many things in parenting. Like once you take off, I mean, I guess you could circle the city for a long time before you actually land, but like at some point it will be over, and at some point you'll be off the plane with those kids.
Yeah.
And you just have to get through every minute of the chaos.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't wish away the first year. It's just going to be a little life-changing. It's going to be, I mean, of course it is because we're having a baby, but I don't know.
And I know for me, I could look back and say, okay, these months I don't enjoy at all.
Yeah, you're a big, like when they realize they can sit up and they can wake up in the middle of the night and they can wake you, like that, what is it, like 6 to 8 months you don't love?
Probably like the 8 to 13.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, my not so favorite is that like 4 to 6.
Yeah.
It's when they either want to be like held all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of struggle to take naps. They're going through just all that growth.
Yeah.
But mine are huge, so they're heavy.
Yeah.
And then I had 2 at the same time. So then like, yeah, that's not my favorite stage, but you can also look and you can find those good things in all those stages too. So I'm not sitting here saying that.
And it's so completely different when you have the baby. And like, that's what I keep reminding myself is like, it's really, really different once the baby's here. It's just the anticipation of the changes and the weight of 6 kids and all of that stuff. I mean, the weight of 1 to 2 is hard too. You know, like it's just, it's all hard.
And I can look back and be like, you know what? I think I struggled more with 1 to 2 than I did with with 5 to 6.
Yeah.
All hard, but it's hard at every stage. But I was gonna say, I think you can look, and after having multiple kids, you can see that, you know, there'd be like 2 little bit easier weeks, and then you'd go through a real tough growth spurt, and then it'd get a little bit easier. And so, you know, it's a roller coaster, and you know that like there's going to be hard times, but then you're going to turn a corner for a little bit, knowing that it's going to change, but that'll like refuel you for the next little bit, you know?
And that's what I've always told people, especially, you know, employees at Latch Mom and people who've reached out on Facebook and stuff, is that normally when you get to that breaking point, so like for me, it's always been like 2, potentially 3 nights of just terrible sleep. Normally you turn the corner and you're given the gift of like a better night. Like normally right when you get to that point where like you reach out or you start crying or like it literally feels like it's never going to stop and you're not going to get through it, it seems to turn. But you know, I mean, I'm definitely excited. Like I don't want people to think that like I'm not thrilled about it. It's just, you can't ignore the reality of what happens to your life when you're doing it for the 6th time. Yeah. You know, like I can't just,
but it also,
it's going to be great. I mean, it is going to be great. In so many ways, it's going to be great and beautiful. And like, I cannot wait for the other kids to meet their sibling. And like, they're so obsessed and in love with him already. And like,
but I do think it's a little mindset, a little bit different going from the different kids. Because like you said, you probably you don't have your mind so much on that baby because you have so much going on around you that needs help now that it is just different. Not that you don't love them any different, but it's just a different process, a little bit different process, I feel like, as you kind of add on all those kids. But, you know, you have the help here. And
well, see, I don't though. Like that's the whole other thing that has to get fixed. Like, so I have like this list of things
in the
that
process
that has to get done, including a 2-week beach trip to a 900 square foot condo with 5 children, which I'm very blessed that we get to go away and get to experience.
Maybe you should just drive the bus there.
And then we can just sleep in the bus too.
And then if you have to go sleep in the bus, just go sleep in the bus.
Yeah. No, I think we're going to be okay. One of our Latch Mama employees is graduating high school and is going to college right near where we're going to the beach.
That's
so maybe she'll come and help me for a week or 2, which hopefully we won't have a little South Carolina baby.
You better not.
I mean, we might. He'll be fine if he's born down there. We'll just have to hang out down there for a little while. I mean, I don't want him to be born then, but you know, it'll be fine. So yeah,
what else?
I'm excited about having him. We haven't had a baby in this house before.
Do you have a name yet?
Nope.
Really?
We really don't
want to share. You really don't. Okay.
The kids call him Damrod.
Oh, that's right.
Like,
do you have any in the running?
Damrod is.
It's classic. It'll be classic.
Damrod?
No, the real name. Or maybe Rod's going to be his middle name.
No. But I mean, it is so funny to hear them like little Benjamin will just come over and be like, "Hi, can I kiss Damrod?" And I'm like, "Honey,
Where did it come from?
It is it's a guy in Lord of the Rings. It's like a security guard in Lord of the Rings. And so like when I first told the kids we were pregnant, like they had read, like Eric reads to them every night, and it was just a name in the book. And I think the boys thought it was funny because it's half of a swear word. The other ones don't realize that, but they are like obsessed with calling him that. So they will walk down the street and like tell a stranger or tell somebody who comes over, like, this is the baby and this is the baby's name. And, you know, look at my mommy's belly and she has baby Damrod in her. And then there's like this moment of like awkwardness where like, are we really calling the baby that? Because, you know, or are they like shocked that like we've picked that name after like Nathaniel, Alexander, Benjamin, and Damrod? You know, I mean, it just doesn't quite fit the group. So,
that is funny.
Yeah, no, I mean, just it'll be classic. It'll be like Matthew, Christopher, Zachary. I'm trying to think what else is on the list.
I like Zachary.
But here's the deal. Zachary Wirt, though, he's going to like literally be on the last. Zach Wirt. You can't shorten them to like the one syllables because it just sounds weird. Zachary Wirt. We're thinking about William. William Wirt was the first Attorney General of the United States, in case anybody was wondering. He actually apparently wrote the Give Me
Richard
Liberty.
Out.
What?
Is Richard out?
Yeah. Dick Wirt is probably out of the running for the name of my child. Yes.
I'm sorry. I have a 13-year-old at home, and it's just all the inappropriate humor. Like, it's just great.
Oh yes, Dick Wirt is probably out of the running, as is probably William, because Willie Wirt is probably just not good either. I don't know. We try so hard. Lindy and I were actually talking about this at lunch today. We were talking about how, you know, I mean, if you literally slow down to think about all of the ways you could not potentially hurt, but like mess up the whole parenthood thing, it literally is like paralyzing. As we were talking, so I'm talking about the names now. Like, you have to try as hard as you can to get a name that hopefully will not get picked on, that will be strong, that will, you know, follow them through life. Yeah. But we were talking about attachment theory, which is like this like deep dive of my life I've gone down to this week, because it's something that completely interests me, and like how, I don't know, I get really nerdy, but like how you're nurtured as an infant and a child relates to how you develop relationships in the future, which I could totally like psychoanalyze Kennedy right now, who's been in like a multiple year relationship and won't even talk about engagement.
Wait, when is Kennedy ever going to get on this podcast?
I don't know. He needs to.
We can switch jobs for
I would like to talk about your attachment.
Do you think I could handle that,
Kennedy? Do you think you have a secure attachment style, or an anxious attachment style, or an avoidance attachment style? You need to get back to me. We're going to talk about it. But yeah, no, we were just talking about how, you know, you ideally, hopefully, create these really secure kids who are really secure with who they are and the fact that they are lovable and they are able to be nurtured. Mm-hmm. And we were just talking about like those really hard days where you just do want to sit on your phone and you want to read an article or something. And so you do tell them, you know, go get your own snack, or not. I don't think I've ever looked at a kid and said, I don't care, you're hungry, but like, go help yourself, or go get yourself dressed, or like, I'm sorry that, you know, your tower fell down. Do you want to talk about your feelings? Is not always my first go-to as a parent. And I'm sure we could go back and say, you know, well, that happened as I was a child as well. But anyways, so going back to the names, we try so hard to pick a name that is going to follow them through life and
without big issues,
like Dick Wirt or Willie Wirt. I've been blessed with such a beautiful last name. Oh my gosh.
That's okay. Ours gets mispronounced all the time. Rifle.
Rifle.
Like there's no L in it, but okay.
Is Gabriel?
Yep.
I like that.
Yep. He is Gabriel.
Lennox in the Bible?
No, but it's an air conditioning system. And China. No, and then there's a boxer. But I don't know how I got stuck on Lennox. I just really liked it.
Where did that come from?
I honestly have no idea.
That's so funny.
I don't know. But yeah. So
does Matt have a big say in the naming of the children? Like, did he have...
I think I came up with Lennox and he was, I don't know. I don't even know what we were thinking or doing back then. I feel like it was a long time ago, but he was okay with it. Yeah. We've talked about all the names. It's never like, I wanted this.
Yeah.
But I do think I've always liked it. He's never been like, I'm adamant about this name and then I don't like it or something.
Yeah.
So.
Eric definitely, I feel like, leads the name thing a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we both have like veto power.
Yeah.
He's really, really into picking the right name.
Okay.
Like it took Nathan and I, like at some point in Virginia, there's some sort of misdemeanor if you don't file for the birth certificate after a baby's born.
You told me that. Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's like 10 days, 10, 14 days. I don't know. Nathan didn't have a name for a good week. Alex didn't have a name for a really long time, but we had switched midwives at that point, and she was, I mean, calling every day absolutely to check on me, but also to ask if we had a name yet. Eric just doesn't, he's just indecisive because it's such a big deal. Like, I mean, we're talking about like
a name.
It's a name.
Yeah. What do you do for middle names?
We try to use like family names. Mm-hmm. So they're all somewhat derived from a family member of some sort.
Yeah.
We pulled like my grandmother's maiden name on the last one. I mean, we're kind of getting to the point where, you know, we've got a lot of names at this point. So
yeah, Lennox has my dad.
Okay.
In the middle, because I figured, you know, we have the Rife carried on, so we pulled in my dad, and then Gabe has Matt's middle name. Okay. Nora has mine.
Okay.
And then we got kind of stuck and we had to make a decision of like which way to go.
Big family problems.
So then we have a Faith, Penelope Faith.
Oh, that's cute.
And we have a Joy, a Faith, a Grace, and a Hope. So we have
that's so cute.
So the four girls are all, and Nora has mine. So the Joy, Joy, Faith, Grace, and Hope.
Is your Lindy Joy. Mm-hmm. That's so cute. Yeah. I love it.
And then we're kind of like, we didn't want to make anybody upset or, you know, so we kind of veered off, but it's just interesting. Like trying to figure out names for a lot of people.
For girls, I mean, that's like one of our most asked questions in the group, I feel like, is sometimes names? Like, help me name my child. Help me. Girls are super easy for us. I mean, probably because we've only had to name 2 of them. But like we had a girl's name for this little booger in here. But
what was that?
We would have gone with Elizabeth. That's why we didn't use it for Katherine's middle name.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. He's going to be something standard and traditional and classic. And, you know, I don't know. We'll probably use Stephen for the middle name because that's my dad's middle name. But then you get into the debate, which is like, you want to hear Eric and I actually have the longest conversation ever. And it's whether like my dad's Stephen is spelled Stephen.
Oh, okay.
And so Eric's like, that is Stefan. There's no way that is not Stefan. And so then he goes through like every other name that he knows of that has, or every other word that has like PH in the middle of it. And then he switches it for V and he's like, these words are not right. Like it is not Stephen.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we'll do. I don't know whether he'll be able to suck it up enough to actually use it. So he just doesn't think it's correct.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know a lot of Sean's that are the SEA and Lennox has the SHAUN, like my dad.
Oh.
So, but you don't see a whole lot of those.
Well, isn't it like, I mean, your dad's pretty South African.
Yeah.
But
maybe it's a little more English. No idea. I don't know.
What else? I feel like other stuff has happened this week. That my refrigerator died. That sucked.
Yeah.
You can't get appliances anywhere. I mean, do we want to talk about the fact that nothing can come from overseas right now? And it's really hard. We have clothes coming, which is really good. It's just they're really expensive to get here and they're taking us a long time to get here too. Oh,
can we talk about that local dairy? The one you shared?
Yeah, but then people got but here's the deal. Is it
not good?
No, it's fine.
I don't like how he can't, the price lock gets me on literally the one product he makes.
See, I haven't researched it enough and like somebody got a little heated on Facebook on some random post. So anyways, there's this dairy very close to our house that has been a dairy for 270 years. And right before COVID, they built this $2 million creamery building to make ice cream. And it's actually a really, really nice place to go on the weekends with kids. And you just get homemade ice cream and they can play in the playground that they put in. It's really, really sweet. He has this really, really large TikTok following. And every so often, he starts to struggle monetarily with this dairy. And it's not the first time he's done it, but last week he posted another TikTok video about how he needs support. And it's a very, very interesting thing, but it's like a deep dive. Like I chose relationship theory to deep dive into this week. Maybe I'll choose dairy farming next week. These are the things that I do so I don't go crazy thinking about clothes and nursing wear all the time. I like to go into these like really educational deep dives. But apparently there potentially could be more to the story.
Okay. All right.
But but here's the deal.
But it just popped in my mind off of like raw material stuff.
Yeah. So anyways,
where it came
his
from.
argument or his plea is that all of his raw materials to keep the dairy farm alive and running have gone up, but there's like a lock on like milk prices or something. And then somebody also chimed in with the fact that like just milk as a commodity in general isn't as under demand because now there's like coconut and oat milk and, almond milk and soy milk and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, it may just be to the point where like it's really sad, but like the industry in general just might be changing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I think that there's like a lot to learn about dairy farming. I don't know.
We go from apparel to parenting to dairy farming.
I mean, what else?
It's just one of those days.
It is. It is one of those days. Anything else we should talk about? World Breastfeeding Month, guys. Yes. It's happening.
It's feeling a little bit more confident, right?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Fingers
It
crossed.
all feels bad. It all feels hard. So normally as a company, we celebrate World Breastfeeding Week the first week of August, which is World Breastfeeding Week. But this year we are going to celebrate all month long. We are going to celebrate World Breastfeeding Month. And then there are certain weeks that are built into World Breastfeeding Month. So we're going to make our own little weeks and we're going to focus on different things and we're going to educate and we're going to support and we're going to talk about breastfeeding a little bit more than we normally do. Because we like to keep our niche and like to keep who we reach and who we touch pretty wide. But we're going to talk about breastfeeding a bunch in August. And then the last week in August, we're going to do our big tiered sale, which is exciting. Lots and lots of cool stuff that we've been working on for months and months and months that is not going to make it here for the first week of August, which is why we're going to have it in the last week of August. So
should be good. I hope.
Yeah. What are you most
Regardless,
excited about?
we will have good stuff for you.
What are you most excited about?
An item or?
We designed some jewelry.
I don't know. We have some.
We can talk a little bit about it. We designed some jewelry. We designed a hat.
Jewelry.
We designed
clothing.
A whole bunch of clothing, which is fantastic.
Yeah. Various drinkware options.
There are so many drinkware options, which is fantastic.
Very excited because they're all kind of different,
And they're
which
all
is really
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully a snuggly blanket.
Yeah.
What else?
I don't know. It's good stuff
Teas, jewelry. Yeah.
though. Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah.
To come back and see us.
Yeah. Please do. Please
still
do.
really
Please
laughing.
do. Yeah.
So what sound would you have made for walrus?
Wait, there was a walrus?
Yes, you said
Whose?
seal, but like
It was a walrus.
It was a walrus.
Walrus?
Walrus.
Does it? It does. That's what you're saying. It kind of barks.
Barks, doesn't
Is
it?
it like? I don't even know. I can't.
Try it.
I don't. But your seal sound was close.
To what? A walrus?
But that's what I guessed. It's kind of like a sea animal.
Aren't there walruses in South Africa? Like you're South African. Like you should know what a walrus sound. Maybe it's seals that I saw in South Africa when I was there.
Ocean like. I think African like on a lot of land stuff. Like there's no walrus in the
There are
safari.
so many seals though, like on Shark Alley and stuff.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Crazy.
I don't even know
It's
how
like
to
a McDonald's drive-thru.
form my mouth
It's
to
crazy.
attempt a walrus sound.
See, that's exactly what I said too.
Thanks, Kennedy.
All right, so we're going to come back
I
to you
think
maybe,
Kennedy needs to make all these sounds like before we leave.
or maybe when we post this in the group, maybe people can tell us what sound a walrus
help
makes.
us out.
Because I'm a little confused by it all.
We need to go look in our animal book.
Or maybe I'll play the game with my kids tonight. Maybe they'll know what a sound a walrus makes.
Video that.
I will video that. All right, cool.
All right.
See you guys next week. Bye.